There are many fun things you can do with the mechanical hand. Not that way, you sicko. Hello there, welcome to the prop shop, where I check the latest and greatest props out there. On this week's prop shop, we take a look at the motorized Ironman mechanical hand. Let's go take a look. Well, it's pretty simple out of the box. One hand, check. One palm, check. And instructions, double check. So this thing is a 1-to-1 size, so let's get as much table room as possible. Let's start off with the arm, which is probably the coolest part. This is surprisingly light because it is made of thin plastic. But beyond that, the details and the paint job is amazing. It's bright red, true to Ironman style. And of course, there's a few wires here with some fancy padding in there to make it more comfortable. But how this works, I definitely have no idea. Luckily, we have instructions. So during the break, I did charge this, which is actually quite simple. It's all USB driven, and you just charge the red or the 2 points here with the 2 points here. And then they should snap together, male to female style. Once it is fully charged, the light indicator will change, which means the battery compartment in this arm is fully charged. Just snap the 2 pieces together. Should be good to go. Oh, and once you do, boom, ready to go. The cool thing about this is that it's actually laser driven. Whoop. Still trying to figure this out, but apparently it is motion censored. So it took me a while to figure that out. But if you can see, it is actually shooting a laser from the top part of it. And I like how the missile's illuminated as well. But the fit part so far is surprisingly well, at least for the arm. Compared to the Ironman mask that I bought, which is also motorized, that was a really tight fit. But I must warn you, this thing doesn't come cheap. At the time I bought it, it was $350, which was last year. But I just recently saw it on Aliexpress, and this was now $450. But beyond the gimmicky function and the hardness to control, this is probably one of the coolest props I've ever seen. But let's finish off the project with the palm. So come here with the palm once again. There's also a charger for the palm, which you put the male end into the female end, which is the USB, and you charge it. And once the charging is done, I wish it would stop doing that. Once it's done, you put the male end and the female together, just like that. And it should turn on. All right, so this one is slightly different. There's a button on the inside under the palm that turns it on. And of course, there's a button inside the palm that also turns on the light as well. I already had this for a second and I've already scratched it just a little bit, which is quite unfortunate. The paint job here, while very well done, is actually extremely weak. So really be really careful when you do open this out of the box. But let's continue on anyways. Toys are meant to be played with anyways. I'm not much of a collector. I'm definitely more of a player. So this thing does come with a glove to give you that full look, so that you don't want the whole skin sticking out. And the glove actually does open up for an ease of palm fit. However, the palm is actually a lot tighter than the actual arm itself, which was surprising to me because no one has thin palms but fat arms. If you do, please leave a comment below and let me know. And reclosing the palm is definitely quite a bit of a challenge as well. But yes, as like most toys I've seen, this is definitely one of the tighter ones. Thank God the arm fits quite well. So there's an ease of control with the actual light in there, because when you bend your palm out, you're able to press the inside button just by opening your arms up. There we go. Yeah, you definitely have no control on how this thing opens and closes, which is kind of discerning. Turn light off. There we go. Yeah, you kind of have to keep opening your palm and close to get the light on, which is definitely quite uncomfortable. But I guess it is the most discreet way to actually make it move. The arm, however, I'm still having a lot of trouble mastering its controls. But so far, if you hold it straight and lift it up and down, it opens and closes. So beyond that, I guess it's not that bad of a product, but compared to the Ironman helmet, which was a lot easier to control, it also has a remote with that one, so you can kind of control all the functions individually. This one is just kind of a little bit of a crapshoot on its own. I wish they had fine-tuned these sensors a little bit, just to make it a bit more user-friendly, but I think this is the first it's the first iteration of the project, so it's definitely gonna have to work out some kinks for its second part. But beyond that, I can definitely see this being a little showstopper if you try to shoot the laser into the camera there, but there you go. One thing I do wonder though is how durable the actual motor is, because how many times can you use this without it breaking? But so far so good. I've had it for about 30 something minutes now, and the only thing I've had to complain about is the tightness of the palm and how I scratched the paint job already, which I guess is my fault. But enough of that. I'm gonna uncut this motor now. Oh, perfect. If you unwind it as it is, it actually stays in its motor position. But yeah, to prevent me from being interrupted for the rest of this review, I'll keep it off just so I can talk coherently without it opening randomly. Yeah, this is definitely not meant for all the fat nerds out there. Which is surprising. You know, I would think they would make products for people like us. But just 15 minutes of using this and my palms are already sweaty. And I'm really, really scared of how fragile this is. Especially the paint job, as you can see in the palm right here. But it works, and that's kind of all you can really hope for in a collectible material. But this thing is quite flimsy, so don't expect it to take it to a show without potentially getting damaged. And definitely don't let any kids around it either. All in all, I can't really recommend it because of the price point, but if you're an Ironman fan, comic book fan, or just a fan of technology, you're gonna love it regardless. But for $450, it's probably about the same price as that helmet. And that thing was a bit cooler than this thing was. Even more easier to use. But anyways, if you have the money for them both, then go for it. I definitely don't think you're gonna regret buying something this cool. But your wallet will. But for now, that's the end of my review. And let me know what you think. So let me take this out for a spin, and I'll catch you next time.